Look at that, Pokey and the man. Yeah, making new episodes. I'm in a different recording location if that matters, so the audio might be a bit different. You might hear the ambient sound of cars going by. Man, my team's really just getting battered, aren't they? This episode was recorded quite some time ago, and so I don't quite remember where I was at, but I think I make it out of this cave decently okay. Spoiler alert, I guess. Spoiling the Let's Play with on the channel with 4 subscribers. Oh yeah, that was the end of the cave right there. Wow, this is pretty stupid of me to say that, yeah, we get out of this cave soon. Let's just asinine. Anywho, so I mentioned the ability of the ambient sound of cars going by, and it just remind me of I was in VR chat once, and this guy, what was it? There was a sounded like he was playing VR chat in his garage or something, because you just occasionally hear like a loud car passing, and I was making fun of him saying like, "Are you playing VR chat at the bus stop?" And it was funnier at the time. Anywho, there's a wild Charmander you can get in this route on the left over here, but that takes a considerable amount of time, so we probably won't do that in this episode. Maybe later, though. Maybe later, though. So now we got Second Gym City. Pie. Okay, I see what he was going for there. We got the fountain cutscene of doom. That was stupid. Why did I say that? Throw all my money down a hole, why don't you? That's exactly what you want. Pikachu looks like a fucking whatever. I probably could have cut out this Pokemon Center segment. You've seen this all go down a couple of times, no surprises here. But I'm gonna leave it in, just because. Do is right. What else is there to talk about? What's been going on in the world? Gosh, this is hard. You guys got any? Alex Trebek of Jeopardy fame might be leaving soon for very unfortunate reasons. It's quite upsetting to hear. Oh yeah, they used to have a thing in this city, in the real Pokemon games, where you could do a trade and you could get a Jinx, I want to say. It was either a Jinx or a Mr. Mime, but they don't have that in this one. They do have a trade, which I'll find later. You just get something stupid like it's like a Lola and a Rattata. Ugh, I felt weird just saying that. I do believe there's a hidden item in this space somewhere, but yeah, I guess we couldn't find it. How unfortunate. 'Twas unfortunate that you could not save Jean Grey, for she returns in the form of Dark Phoenix to punish all those who gave her. Oh yeah, here comes our extremely lame rival. God, I've mentioned this before, but why couldn't we have a cool rival instead of this doofus? It's like an 8-year-old kid. Well, I guess that was supposed to be the idea in the previous one too, but it was still felt more like a worthy opponent. Like Stephen Colbert's segment, Worthy Opponent. Remember that?
No.
Okay, we are just gonna mop up the floor with them. You'll see. You'll all see. Like wall see. What am I even saying at this point? Everything on this show's just a bunch of worthless nonsense. Speaking of the future of this channel, Been thinking about doing more Flashpoint videos since these Let's Plays really don't get any. The Flashpoint videos, by comparison, actually get decent views, and I don't enjoy making them as much as these, but I suppose eventually you just gotta embrace destiny. You gotta give the people what they want, as they say. And the audio broke again. That happens almost every episode at this point. Happens every episode, as Mungdal said that one time. That's not even a famous quote from the episode. It really broke my flow. Alright, Pidgey's doing good so far. His hits seem to do more to me than we're doing to him, but, well, maybe not actually. Yeah, that was a stupid thing to say. Forget that I said that. And down goes Oddish. And boom goes the dynamite, as that funny guy on the internet said that one time. The video's almost fixed itself. There we go. We're all a little bit more, slightly more deaf now, but that happens. Okay, let's have Oddish do some fun stuff. That was, I couldn't think of a thing to say there. What else is in the news lately? Is Michael Jordan doing anything as of late? Probably not. He hasn't been famous in quite some time. I don't know why Michael Jordan was the first thing that I thought of. I think the most recent thing that he made the news for was when he did that underwear commercial and he had a Hitler mustache for some reason. That was just so bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. Okay, we have missed 3 times in a row with this move now. But I want all of you to see just how unfair this is, so we're just gonna keep doing it until it finally gets there. And then it did just now. Was it worth taking 4 moves? Of course not. Okay, hopefully Absorb can... Okay, never mind, I guess past me was on a different wavelength. I don't know why I didn't just use Absorb, that would have been the way to go. Ah, but his special defense fell. Maybe this was the right move after all. Let's see. You think they'll ever do these types of remakes for the Switch in the future? They could have Johto remakes, perhaps, or one of the other regions. I guess it depends on how well this sells. I'd be down for that if they made Johto remakes. I don't know if I've mentioned this on camera, but at first I was kind of opposed to how the mechanics in this game are all simplified, but it's really starting to grow on me. I like what they did with the stats and how you have those candies and you have more control over which stat you want to level up on an individual basis, and I really like what they did with that. You'll get to see that mechanic explored a bit more in depth in future episodes. Wish we could have named this guy Scoutmaster Lumpus like we wanted, but there's an arbitrary character limit. Maybe that's so the dialogue boxes don't get screwed up or something. Yeah, that would make sense. If it had too many characters, it would push the dialogue out of the box, and it wouldn't look good. Because I think there's been a few games sometimes where they have the dialogue slightly overlapping the box that it's supposed to be in. That is indeed a very real problem. Is that the save icon in the corner there? What is it? What the fuck is that? Is what's the guy's name? Emery, you know, the famous army guy from the movies. You guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but that's okay. What do they have? What are you buying? What are you selling? That's a reference that's rapidly aging. Resident Evil 4. You think they'll remake Resident Evil 4 again for the next generation of consoles? They've remade it so many gosh darn times that I'd imagine they would. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, like they say. Okay, why did we come out here again? Probably just to get some EXP. My EXP! You gotta be conscious of your throwing angle. I'm glad they did that. Gives more variety to the gameplay as opposed to having to calculate the HP and such. Yeah, still slightly off. There we go. That's a good Sandshrew. What do you think it's gonna say about his Pokédex entry? Sandshrew was born in the year 1852 in a log cabin. I knew a guy once who, for a while, he had a phase where he would start every sentence with like it was some kind of historical documentary or something. Like, I was asking him something about like an overhanging deck, and he was saying like, the year was 1842. It was funnier when he said it, though. Nothing's funny when I say it. Alrighty, so next episode.